As some of you know, there are horrific scenes being filmed coming out of France, especially Paris, because it seems like the country has fallen. I mean, where the hell is the army? Where's the Foreign Legion? Especially the Foreign Legion who give a vow, an oath, to protect France. Why hasn't Macron dealt with this more effectively? I'll tell you why. It's because he can't afford it. He sent most of the money to the Ukraine. He has sent billions of euros worth of equipment, army equipment, to the Ukraine, which means his country is vulnerable when it comes to stuff like this. Now, what's happening in France is there are riots galore, and it's all mainly migrants. They are looting stores, they're setting vehicles on fire, they're attacking French people openly in the streets, they're dragging them out of vehicles. They've set trains on fire, nothing is safe. And all this because a 17-year-old migrant was shot dead at a routine police stop. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of this incident, however, what is known is that this 17-year-old drove off after being stopped by police. The police opened fire and killed him. And then the ethnic minorities in France and the migrants, they basically called for a George Floyd-style riot party to engulf the country, and they did. Now, what's interesting about this boy's mother is that she was the head of a parade through Paris. She was plonked on top of a lorry, wearing a t-shirt with her son's name on it, and waving and blowing kisses to the crowd and laughing, and she seemed happy. She didn't seem like a grieving mother to me. It was all very odd. But make of that what you will. Now, I think it's quite evident that these riots, lootings and assaults are carrying on, and they're just using this young lad's death as an excuse to do so, and they are being made by people who hate the country, because liberal France gave these people refuge. And these are the same people that are destroying Paris and burning France to the ground. They're the same people who want to cross the channel to get into the UK. And it's even more insane when you look at these statistics, which you can find online, by the way, that it is 9% of the population that is bringing down entire cities. And it's not just open borders, by the way. It's not Macron's being a lapdog to the EU and doing what he's being told and letting the borders being open and allowing the migrants to trickle through France to Calais so they can cross the channel on their little dinghies into the UK. But I think this is also a legacy of Tony Blair because of his illegal Middle East war, by the way. I was never for the Iraq war, even though I served there. Many soldiers didn't believe in it. And also his mass migration open door policies, which he backed while heading the EU. And I do wonder, with everything going on, when is this all going to come to a head? Because people are losing their lives. Cities in the West, in Europe, are being destroyed wholesale. And Western governments are doing nothing about it, nothing whatsoever. But what I find jarring is that all these people are doing this right now in France, causing all this mayhem, because a 17-year-old migrant refused to stop when asked to by police, but not a peep from them when French and British babies were being stabbed in a French play park by a failed asylum seeker. It does make you wonder, does it? And I am baffled by people who vote in really weak, left-wing, liberal politicians as leaders, because there's something else, aren't they? Look at Biden in America, Macron. The Scots voted in Sturgeon. Look what happened to her, look what she did. And look at her legacy right now in Scotland, and the Welsh with Mark Drakeford. Even the Germans with Angela Merkel. She effectively put in an open border policy, and look what's happened there. Even New Zealand with the ultra-woke Jacinda Ardern. Look what she turned that country into, an oppressive and intolerant socialist horror show. And yet these people keep getting voted in. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Anyway, solidarity with the decent people of France. I just hope they have the backbone to return their country, their beautiful country, full of tradition, culture, history, etc. I hope they get a grip of it soon, I really do. And there we go, that's my video. I hope you like. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next time, Roger Trout.